Okay, so the next segment that we're going to look at is the Google My Business segment. Now, a lot of these topics we've already at least touched on to some extent, so you should be familiar with these answers. And this section is going to go relatively quickly, only because we have already seen some of this. But let's go through this. So, is there a verified GMB local or not? So again, GMB stands for Google My Business. We already found their Google My Business listing, so we're going to say yes, there is a verified Google My Business listing. Yes. Okay, so if it were no, you don't currently have a Google My Business listing, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so we're going to remove this. Okay, we want to insert an image of the GMB listing. So obviously just take a screenshot of this, and using the same screen capture tool, you want to upload the link to the spreadsheet here. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it. All right, so let's take an image here. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to upload it. All right, I don't know why my computer is being slow, but let's see. Very interesting. I don't know why it's not loading. Let me see. Let's try and refresh this page maybe. Maybe that'll help. All right, choose an image. Okay, well, you get the point on how to do that, obviously. You've done it many times before. Okay, so is this a local business? So the answer to this is if they're doing both local and national, which is now what she's converted to doing, then we're going to say yes, it's a local business. So if multiple locations, are the phone numbers unique, right? So we know that it might be multiple locations if we do a search for the name and multiple listings pop up, right? So so if there's another location in, let's say, again, Eugene, Oregon, then you should easily be able to see two listings on here, right? So in this case, there's just one listing, so it's NA, right? If multiple locations, does each GMB location link to a specific city page? So again, you know, going back to the Eugene, Oregon example, if they have another location with Eugene, Oregon, we want this web link to point to their Eugene, Oregon page, right? If you look at the bottom screen, the bottom left, you'll see right here it says freegrantwriting.com. So if they had like an Oregon page or an Oregon listing, then it should say sparkthefiregrantwriting.com/Eugene, Oregon, right? That's the proper way to do it. In this particular case, they don't have another location, so we're going to say NA. If multiple locations, is homepage listed as the website URL, meaning this website URL right here. Again, this is NA, but if it did have the same homepage, again, that's structured improperly, right? We want a specific city page for that listing to be linked to, right? So it says we suggest changing your website link from the homepage to a location-specific page. But in this case, we're going to clear this out. Okay. Footer on contact page, address on site. Does it lead to location page, right? So we've already looked at this before. Here's the address on the footer of their page. It does not link to anything, right? And it's not even the same address as what's on their Google listing, right? Right, because this one has a P.O. box, and then this one has an actual physical address. So when we go to this one, we're going to say no. Okay, no. And then is the address NAP, so name, address, phone number, the same on the website as it is in the GMB? So is the address, name, address, phone number the same as on the website as it is the GMB? So we know that it's not already because we've touched on that a few times. So we're going to say no. We're going to clear out of this one. Okay. So there's a discrepancy between your Google My Business name, address, phone number, also known as the NAP, and the location listed on your website. Your NAP should be written across the internet exactly as it appears in your Google My Business in full, right? So we already know that. Are there 20 plus photos on the listing? So you can go to photos, you can just click on the first photo you see there. And ideally we're looking for at least 20 photos, but it doesn't always have to be. Like if there are, in particular niches, you're going to see that there are definitely a lot more photos than in other niches, right? So in this one, there are not 20 photos, but I'm sure she's able to capture 20 photos. You know, when she hosts a seminar or a class, I'm sure she can get some more photos, right? So that's something that she should do and something that we want to point out. So we're going to say no. And then we suggest adding 20 plus photos for each location to the respective Google My Business listing, right? Okay. Does the GMB have 5 plus positive reviews? So when we look at the reviews again, she actually does not have any reviews, right? So it says reviews. It might be right here, or it might be at the top. You'll see some stars. But in this particular case, we don't have any, and we want to encourage her to get more because that'll obviously help with the positioning of her Google My Business listing. So, no. Okay. Are all negative reviews responded to? So this one is NA, or we could do no, right? I'm going to delete this one. Okay. And it says, we recommend publicly responding to any of the reviews you get to help engage your audience and fix any disputes in the case of negative reviews. Okay. Does the GMB have a website link? So yes, it does, right? If I click on that, it'll take me to her website. So yes. Are all boxes in the GMB completed? Now, I know that you don't know what a complete GMB looks like, but really the most important things that you're looking for are the name, the address, the phone number, right? We're looking for hours of operation for sure. We're looking to see if they have any photos at all. We want to see reviews. In this case, she's got products, which is nice. Okay, categories, right? We want to make sure that she has categories that are very specific to her. In this case, look, she's got a grant writing classes category, so that's really good. And that's about it. I mean, you don't need profiles. That's nice to have. Updates are from like when you do a post on your Google My Business listing. Very few companies are very, very consistent with this, but it's always good to have. So again, the main thing that we're looking for, images, right? We want to make sure that the website is linked. We want to have a name, address, and phone number. We want hours of operation. And then we want to check the categories to make sure that they are actually applicable. So in this particular case, we're going to say yes. This one says run a Moz local check for citations. We don't have to do that. That's not important. I'm actually going to take it out. So NA, we don't have to do this image. Are there missing citations? That's not even relevant. So we're going to say NA. So really, that's it for Google My Business. We can really just end here with this section, and then for this particular case, we don't have access to the Google Search Console, so there's nothing really that I can show you with this regard. I'm going to have to find another client where we do have access to the Google Search Console, and I'm going to have to show you what exactly we're looking for there. So at this point, I'm going to stop this video, and this manual walkthrough is done. Once I have another client that I can do the Google Search Console walkthrough with, then I'll definitely, we can go through this section and you can see how this is done. Okay, let me know if you've got any questions. Hopefully this made sense, but the more and more you practice this, the better and better you're going to get. Ultimately, you should be at about between 2 and 3 hours to complete this manual walkthrough. When you're first starting off, if this is the first time that you've ever done it, it's probably going to take you longer. I mean, it might take you 5, 6, 7 hours, something like that. But with each and every subsequent manual walkthrough that you do, you should get better and better. You're going to see that your time to actually complete it gets less and less. You're going to be more accurate with your statements, and you're just going to feel overall more confident in doing this. So again, You should get down to about 2 to 3 hours to do this, and your first couple might take a little bit longer. So let me know if you've got any questions. I'm here to help. Thanks. Bye.